What's going on, guys? Brandon from Nerdlocker. We are still here at San Diego Comic-Con, and I'm joined by Mr. Kyle Higgins and Mr. Christos Gage. How's it going, guys? How's your con going?
Good, good.
Pretty swell. We'll say swell.
Swell seems like a good word for today. Now, you guys are writing the Beyond books. Mm-hmm. We got Batman Beyond and Justice League Beyond. What can you tell us about, or what you guys are going to be writing?
Well, in Justice League Beyond, we're going to be picking up, more or less where the previous team left off. And what Kyle's doing is sort of starting his out with stuff that will make you'll read the first chapter and you'll go, whoa, wait, what's going on? And I'm sort of doing the reverse. I'm starting off with things are kind of where they were, pretty chilled out, and then hopefully by the end of it, the end of the story will be when you say, oh my God, what's going on? So we're kind of, it's cool to know that we're, working in the same universe and we can complement what we're each doing. So I can't say too much. We open up with Superman's powers start to go out of control. There's an unusual reason behind it, and there's some fun stuff like Superman goes on a date in the Beyond world. He's widowed. Lois has passed away. So it was kind of fun to write a mature Superman dating and going to the Justice League for dating advice because it's been like 40 years since he went on a date. So it's kind of fun.
Sorry, I'm running that scene through my head of
That's what I'm doing
who
too.
he gets advice from.
My favorite thing to write was when he wants to get advice from Captain Marvel, but Captain Marvel switches, he timeshares his body with Mary Marvel, the Wizard Shazam, Black. So he happens to be the Wizard Shazam, who is from ancient Egypt, and he says dating's a barbaric practice. In my day, this was about an alliance between families. How rich is her dowry? And so that was fun.
I want to know Green Lantern's advice.
They just
as 12-year-old.
He suggests meditation. Yeah.
Now that everyone has their own input on dating.
Yeah.
So this universe, the Beyond universe, is obviously coming from the cartoons that everyone's been a fan of, Batman Beyond, the Justice League. What was it like just jumping into something that's already like a fan favorite?
It's cool. For me, first and foremost, I am a fan. So I love the show to death. I've seen actually the Batman animated series in 92, 93 was my way into the character.
Me too.
So watching all of that and then seeing the pilot for Batman Beyond, watching it with my dad, and those questions that immediately come up as to what happened in the missing time that really changed things and set Bruce on the path to where he is now, where he's essentially a lonely old man, and you don't know where the Robins are, you don't know where Batgirl is, you don't know what happened to Commissioner Gordon or Alfred, and so that's actually like what Chris was saying about how the first issue for Batman Beyond really kind of changes things up a bit. We're jumping forward in time by about a year, so Terry's in college now, and the dynamics are different between him and the supporting cast, and there are some things that happen in the missing time that really change things, and so that's kind of the atmosphere that we'll be playing in for our run.
Being that this is outside of the 52 universe, like I said, is there anything you're excited to do with these characters that you wouldn't be allowed to do writing, in the regular continuity, I guess?
Well, there are differences which are fun. For example, like I said, in this one, Superman remained married to Lois Lane. He's widowed, so you get to explore that relationship a bit, how it still informs him. It's kind of, it's really more about staying true to the continuity of the animated universe, I would say. So it's not like, oh boy, we can do this when we wouldn't be allowed to. It's like, what cool stuff can we draw from, and what new interpretations can we make that haven't already been decided?
Yeah, and for me, there's some stuff coming up that I don't know that. There's no way you could do it without the animated series continuity.
Okay.
So when I pitched it, it was kind of we'll see what they say, and they went for it. So we're not getting to it right away, but it's going to be pretty big.
Is it difficult to jump from Nightwing set of mind to Batman Beyond?
Not really, because the animated version, the versions of all of the characters are different from the comic counterparts, at least in my mind. So like I grew up reading the Dixon McDaniel Nightwing stuff, and like that was my Nightwing. But at the same time, when the animated series did Robin and then the transition to Nightwing and Lauren Lester's voice, like it was a different character than the Dixon McDaniel stuff. So like when I'm writing Nightwing the comic, Dick Grayson as Nightwing, I'm not hearing Lauren Lester, but when I write Dick Grayson or the Beyond characters, I'm hearing Will Friedle, I'm hearing Kevin Conroy, I'm hearing, so there's enough of a difference, but at the same time, what is kind of cool is like where Terry is at in his life as Batman is kind of similar to where Dick is in, New 52 as Nightwing. So like, it's fun, like playing with the parallels there that are they're not intentional, but there's enough similarities that it creates a cool kind of dynamic.
Do you guys have any new heroes or villains that will be appearing in the book, or any like big surprises like that?
In my case, they had introduced a variety of new members to the league before in the previous run, so I'm actually bringing back an old Superman villain, actually more than one in the first arc and one in the next arc. So in my case, not anyone new, but I believe Kyle has some new folks.
Yeah, I have a new villain. He's the first villain of our arc. His name is Rewire. He's an electricity-based villain. So you can actually see him on the cover to Batman Beyond Universe #2, which is the covers by Raphael Albuquerque. Yeah, so he's pretty cool. Like, I wanted to really kind of hit the ground running and do something new, because for me, like that's some of my favorite stuff about the show, is that even though it's set in the world of it's set against a lot of atmosphere of what happened between Batman the Animated Series and Batman Beyond. It didn't dwell on it too much. It used it more as atmosphere as it created new rogues for Terry. It wasn't just relying on the past. So I thought for my first arc I really wanted to keep in the spirit of that and do something brand new and try to add to the mythology. And the characters, it's designed by Sean Murphy. So it's he's pretty badass.
Is there going to be any crossover between the two books with you guys?
Well, they definitely take place in the same universe. You'll see that reflected, and at some point, I'm sure we will do a crossover. We haven't. We're not in a position to definitively confirm or deny any specifics, but at some point, how could you not?
I mean, that's what's so much fun about playing in a universe where it's really just the two of us and our editor Alex Antone, and it's a small little brain trust, and we're able to keep things tight and play off each other in fun ways.
Cool. Well, this is Christos Gage. This is Kyle Higgins, and be sure to check out Batman Beyond and Justice League Beyond. And thank you guys for your time.
Appreciate it. Pleasure. Thank you. Hey, I'm Kyle Higgins.
And I'm Christos Gage.
And you're watching Nerdlocker, the place for your inner nerd.